Hi, today I'm going to be doing an oil change for my Honda Odyssey 2007. So you can see right now, oil life is 30%, but we're going to be traveling next week. So I don't want to wait until after our road trip to change the oil. So I'm going to be doing an oil change now, and I'm going to do it without lifting the car. I don't like using a lift or a jack when I'm doing an oil change because I usually just do it by myself, and I feel safer when the car is not lift up. So let's start. So for a Honda Odyssey, the lever to open the hood is to the side, just right next to your parking brake. And to open the hood, look for a latch right here in the middle. Now if you look inside, this is your oil. So open that. Right here. And this is your dipstick to measure your oil. Okay. Okay, so now the oil pan is under your car, and this is actually blocking your way to do it. So what you want to do is turn your wheel. If you don't want to lift your vehicle, just turn your wheel all the way to the passenger side, and that will give you an access to remove the drain bolt from the pan. Okay, so to turn the wheel, so just do it all the way. Okay, so I turned the wheel already to the side. So now you can see, you can now access the oil filter. Also, you can also access the oil pan drain from here. So what you will need to change your oil, of course, your oil filter, your new washer, crush washer, your socket wrench. For Honda Odyssey, it's number 17. You want your drain pan, and you need the funnel. And also, if you want, you can have a set of gloves also to keep your hands clean. Let's begin. So I always use a box, something to protect the floor from oil spill, and that's mainly because of if you look at the way they place the oil filter, that thing actually hits the frame. So if you don't do that carefully, your oil is gonna hit the frame and it's gonna splatter. So what I usually do is I take out the oil filter slowly, and then I use a funnel to funnel the oil. So I'm not gonna be able to reach it, or I'm not gonna be able to actually go under, but I can reach it by just going like this. Okay, and then just pull it. There you go. Okay. So once you loosen it a little, you can just do it by hand. Make sure you have your pan under to catch the oil. Okay, so it took about 8 to 10 minutes to empty out the pan. So now you just have a small drip. So what I'll do here is I'm just gonna wipe it off. I'm gonna put my bolt, including the washer. So first you want to tighten it by hand. So for now, that's good enough, but I'm gonna have to tighten it again later from the top. Okay, so next will be to take out this oil filter. Let me see. As I remove this filter, when it gets loose, I will have to put this thing like this, the funnel, to direct the oil away from that metal frame. Okay, so let's do that. So I'll put this thing here and loosen the filter. So what I always do with the new filter is I prime it by putting an oil right here, and also I'm going to be putting oil inside. I'll just put it right here. Okay, so doing this will prevent the rubber gasket from drying, and also it will prevent it from sticking to the car when you take it out and replace it. Okay, see that? It's full earlier, now it's like almost half again, so I'm gonna have to keep filling it until it's full. Okay. Okay. Okay, now let's go back to the. Now you can see that the oil is draining directly to the pan using the funnel, so instead of hitting the frame. So that's how you prevent the oil from hitting your frame when you change your oil for the Honda Odyssey. Remember earlier we didn't really tighten the drain bolt, so we're gonna tighten that now. I'll take this out first. So since the oil filter is out of the way, you can actually put this right here on the top to reach the drain pan or the drain gasket, and now you have a leverage to pull it. There you go. Remember, this is already primed. There's oil inside, and I put oil on the gasket as well. Now this is just going to be hand tight. So next is to fill up your engine with 4 quarts of oil. Measuring guide here on the back of your container, you can see where your oil is. So for my car, I put it, so for this Honda I always put 4 quarts and then I measure it, and I think I usually stop at 4 quart. So let's do that. Just a little bit. Okay, so let's check it now. Wipe it dry, dip it back, and then check the measurement. Okay, so right now it's on to the full mark. I'm not sure if you can see that because it's clear. So it's just right over there. So that's how you want it for your Odyssey. So cover your engine, put back the oil cover, and then start your car. Okay, so I've been running the engine for over 5 minutes in idle mode. So let's go look under, see if there's any leak. You can see right now, everything is clear, no leak. So I'll be able to, with the oil filter, and look behind the oil filter is the drain bolt. So no leak on both. So now I can go ahead and do a short drive. Okay, so after driving it for about a mile, I'm just coming back. You don't have to do this, but I always do, just to make sure. So I'll wipe it off, and then I'll take my reading. Make sure it's still good. Yep, still good. Not sure if you can see that. So I can say now that I'm all set. Thank you. Now to dispose your old oil, just use the old container, or if you have another container you can use that too, and just return it to places where you buy your oil. Usually AutoZone, this is Walmart. Walmart doesn't accept dirty oil, but next door we have AutoZone that accept used oil.